Let's take a look at this problem. We want to find a focus and directrix of the parabola with a given equation and then graph it. We got x squared equals 10y. Well, first thing we have to determine is which formula it follows. Remember, we have two formulas. Top one is where the square root is on the x. The bottom one is where the square root is on the y. In this problem, the square root is on the x. So we're going to use the top formulas. So we want to rewrite it as x minus h squared is equal to 4p times y minus k. That's our standard form. Over on the left side here, we're going to rewrite the x squared as x minus 0 squared. Whenever you have a single variable, you're always going to do that. Over on the right side, we need the parentheses before the y. You can always create the parentheses by factoring out whatever number's in front of your y. So we're going to factor out a 10. So then we got x minus 0 squared. We want to rewrite 10 as 4 times something. We'll come back to that. And the y we'll rewrite as y minus 0. Because you want it as y minus a number or y plus a number. And y minus 0 is just y, so that doesn't change the value at all. Now this one's not so easy to see. How can you rewrite 10 as 4 times something? And what you can always do is whatever number's up here, you put on top of your fraction, and then you put a 4 down below. Again, whatever number's right here always goes up on top, and then you always put a 4 down here, no matter what. Because if I were to go backwards, the 4's would cancel, and I'd just have 10 anyway. Well, now this is in the right form. H is whatever's with our x, and it's opposite sign, though 0 doesn't have a sign. So H is 0. P is whatever number's inside the parentheses here, which is 10/4, which reduces to 5/2. And K is whatever number is with a y and its opposite sign. K is equal to 0. Well, first off, our vertex is HK always, so that'd be 0, 0. It doesn't matter which formula. Now we're working with the top formula. So the top formula says the vertex or focus is h comma k plus p. So h k plus p. Well, h is 0, k is 0, plus p, which is 5/2. So we're going to have 0, 5/2 for our focus. Now we're working with our top formulas, so our directrix is y is equal to k minus p. Well, k is 0, so we got y is equal to 0 minus p, which is 5/2. So we get y is equal to negative 5/2. Okay, to graph these. Our vertex is 0, 0. Right there. Our focus is 0, 5/2. Now 5/2 is 2.5 or 2.5, so that kind of helps you when you go to graph it. Okay, each one of those represents a 1 unit. So 2.5 would be right there. So that's our focus. And directrix is y is equal to negative 5/2. Which would be approximately about right there. Because that's a negative 2.5 or negative 2.5. Now I draw points. Draw a point here, and I'm trying to position it such a distance from my point to the focus is the same as the distance to the directrix. As close as I can get. And that's probably about as good as I'm going to do. Again, that distance from that point to the focus should be the same as the distance to the directrix, forming a 90-degree angle. I'm going to drop another point. I'm eyeballing this here. Let's say right there. And again, that distance to the focus, that right there, should be the same as the distance to the directrix, forming an 90-degree angle. Now once you get 2, again, you know a parabola's got a curve shape to it. So look like that. And then going out this way. as close as I can do. By symmetry would look like that. So that's our graph.